Hey guys, it's Teresa. Gardening on the West Fork, Zone 6B, and today it is the final cleanup for the aphid infestation. These are my tall garden phlox. Those are the tall garden phlox, and both of those I know this one had aphids, and I'm not going to even risk it with those back there. So I'm cutting them off today, 2 to 3 inches off the ground. I've already raked the leaves off of them. Right here, any of the willow tree leaves that are left in here are going to be disposed of. I did yesterday. I spend most of the day raking the leaves off of the garden where you had not only the willow tree leaves, but my eastern redbud. Those big leaves have finally fallen.
Yeah, it's bare.
Yeah, and so now what I'm going to do is, what I have mixed up in this container is the neem max. And they recommended with this type of infestation, you do one last drench, which they recommend 2 tablespoons of the neem max to a gallon of water. It's more diluted. And you want to get around the root surfaces of all the plants, and then you can mulch it in. And the reason I have to mulch is because my beautiful leaves that usually create the mulch, particularly in the shade garden around the tree.
Yeah, we're all infested with aphids.
So you don't realize how much you save by letting your leaves be the mulch if they're healthy until like this year. And I know I may get to take a little drive to Lowe's later today and get a couple more bags of mulch. We'll get started on it though. And so that's what I'm going to do. After I get it sprayed down, then I will mulch the soil, because it's just uncovered. And the winter, depending on how cold it gets, you want to protect your plants, the roots. Like we have hostas there, we have ferns here, I have astilbes over there. I want to get my trees mulched, and so I'm going to lay down mulch on all these beds to protect them from the winter, and they'll break down. And hopefully next year this tree will be healthier than ever, and we'll start back. If you haven't watched my videos about the but the aphid infestation. I just saw Midge walking across there. She had a flea on her this morning. But anyhow, the aphid infestation. And so on the big willow tree, I used the BioGuard Tree and Shrub Protect and Feed, which was wonderful. Within, I don't know, several days, I noticed less aphids once we had rain coming onto the walkway. Then the rest, which this is more chemical, it's not organic. The neem oil is organic, and I use that on all the plants. I started cutting the leaves off of my plants, and it's been very helpful because I haven't seen them return. Also, you know, wherever they fell, I cleaned them up. So anyhow, what we're doing is, the first thing I'm going to do is finish cleaning. I want to clean off these tall garden phlox so that I can get these leaves out from under them. The reason you want to take the leaves off of your soil is because aphids will leave, they'll bury eggs or leave their eggs in and among the leaves. It's a good hiding spot. So that's why it's so important to keep the leaves cleaned up during this, to protect them against the aphids harboring there for spring and have another infestation. And I've been on top of it this year for sure. Every time I would...
You've lost sleep over it.
Rake, yeah. I would clean them out, and then I've done 4 soil drenches. And this is the last I'm going to do, and I'm feeling good. All you can do, then you don't live with regret, like, oh, I wish I would have done what they suggested. You know?
Yeah, I get it.
And I did have our John's tree service. He came over, looked at it. He was very empathetic. He said, let's see what happens next spring. You know, it's all you can do. The aphids won't kill the tree, but the stress that the tree was under, and it's a 60-year-old tree. The neighbor's is 90 years old. We shall see what happens in the spring. And, you know, the worst that can happen is the willow tree comes out, and Reggie builds a lovely little something on the river's edge there over the platform. Change is never easy. And
but it just means if I have to do that, I get to make more trips to Lowe's.
yeah, I know. But, you know, you can plant more trees. It'll be evergreen, I think, for me. I don't know. I've thought about it, but not intently, about what tree could I do. I mean, it's been the focal point. But I'm going to talk positive in front of the tree, knowing that I call her a she, the weeping willow, will be better than ever. Because I never really have fertilized the weeping willow tree since I've been here. Because it's, you know, it was 30-year-old when we got here. And now she's 60. Yeah, so let's get these leaves out of here so that I can put the drench all around the root surface. And it's this compaction of the leaves that the aphids like to lay their eggs.
All right.
Yeah, I know. So that looks pretty good. Good enough. Oh, so let's start the process of, because all of those things are going in that bag. I've started putting it in there. That's something I can do off camera. But let's get started with the neem. Now, when you mix up your neem max, you always want to, well, you'll read the directions, but you want to keep it shaken the whole time so it doesn't separate. What?
Leaking on you there.
Oh, that's
A little
all
bit.
right. That's all right. So I'm going to start clear over here. And, well, I'll start where you can see, because it can be a boring. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Good. So you want to make certain you get around all the roots. And I'm doing the whole soil. Oh, you can see daffodils coming up. And I've left the leaves of these plants here because they're so pretty still. I can't believe it's, what is it? The middle of November, late November.
Middle November.
Middle November when I'm doing this. And
all right.
I know, so you just keep spraying all of your plants. And I'm going to go ahead and get under here, under there. And you need a big sprayer if you're having this kind of trouble. Indeed.
All right.
All right, so this is how it's going to be. I'm going to be doing every inch of the garden that was affected by the leaves. And you want to be doing this when it's this late. It's going to get to 60 degrees today. You want to keep your neem oil inside. And that's how easy this is going to be. I'm going to go through all the gardens, and we'll bring you back in just a few minutes, and we'll see how well the mulch looks. What do you think? All right, so I haven't had to mulch this bed in years because of leaves, but this is all you have to do then. Get in here, and this will be, it's a little process. Those are fern heads, but I want to protect the plants so that they come back nicely. And oh my, it's been rewarding, and this will be pretty too.
Just like that line from Jaws.
What is it?
The line from Jaws says, "I think we're going to need a bigger boat." I'm going to say, "I think we're going to need some more mulch."
Some more mulch. And then it gives you a chance to clean up your beds. I have said this in every video that we've talked about these aphids, that to touch every one of your plants, it's a good thing. So thanks. I'm going to carry on.
Thanks, Martha.
Yeah, and then when I finish the whole project, and I hope I will, because it's like 10 o'clock or 10:30, we'll show you what it looks like. I'll be back. All right, guys, here's the reveal, and I feel great. And I think all of my plants, they feel protected because they got the drench. We got them mulched. I cleaned off even more around each plant, which makes me feel good. and it looks beautiful. Like I said, it's been years since I've used mulch, but next year, with this tree being as healthy as she can get, by using, I said earlier in the video, when we first started the video, I said Bio Guard.
Guard, yeah,
but
you
it's
did.
Bio Advantage, and I'll put the picture of the product, the tree, and shrub protect and feed. And it was a lifesaver. Thanks to Kim from Kim. I'm always saying this wrong. Yellow House Green Roof or Red House Green Roof. Please don't judge me, but she gave me all the information I needed. Plus, you just have to Google. This is what it looks like, and all I need are probably 3 more bags of mulch to finish off the sunny border, to make me feel complete. And I just didn't want to leave the house today, so we'll make a day for Reg and I. It'll be a date day. We love to go to Panera and Lowe's and Michael's. So that's it for Gardening on the West Fork, Zone 6B.
Get all the plugs you can in there. Lowe's,
Yeah.
Michael's, Panera.
I'm not sponsored by
sometimes
anybody.
Home Depot.
I'm not sponsored by anyone.
That's what I was saying.
No, I'm not sponsored. But anyhow, that is it. And we're Zone 6B, Western West Virginia. We will see you the next time. I'm just glad the aphid problem is out of my hands. Someone greater than me can take care of the trees and the plants now. So thanks for watching. We'll see you the next time.